Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fee.
And you're still watching Prime Morning. It's time for the News Flash segment. It's a Friday. I'm sure you're part of our conversation. So once the Zoom link is activated, you can join us so we have a wholesome conversation. You can also go ahead and send your messages, which will not leave out at all. We'll read your messages when the time is right. My name is Roslyn Felly, and this segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, phone papa perfie. Whatever gadget you're looking for, mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, just go to Franco Trading Enterprise. They have all of them, and they are authentic. To make things easy or simple, as I have to say, just download the app on your phone, which is the Franco Trading app, or visit our website for further inquiries, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still, phone papa perfie. So I'll start with the first newspaper, which is the Ghanaian Times newspaper. The Ghanaian Times. Producer inflation eases to 10.2% in May. Government committed to enhancing SHS infrastructure, says Dr. Apak. Vetting of SC nominee by Parliament postponed indefinitely. And Inferno in Tema, fire consumes 500 structures, displaces 700. And it's a sad scene here. All the wooden structures and belongings of the victims have been burnt to ashes. Wow. 500 structures, 700 displaced. This is too sad. Wow. It's a difficult time, very, very difficult time for them. Okay. FAO pledges support for Ghana's agri sector. Africa Regional Rep says so. Let me see if that's some stories at the back. Okay, USA presents 104 motorcycles to Ghana Health Service and CHAG. The next newspaper is the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Graphic newspaper. And fake titles, certificate saga, lecturer advocates, law-backed national database of professional titles. And so there are some people who have decided to use certain titles where, it comes over as they didn't acquire those titles. They decided to place it on themselves, and they are being told that they should end it now. So if you know somebody who probably is not a lawyer and is calling himself Esquire, or the person is not a doctor, whether PhD, whether medical doctor, and the person is calling himself a doctor, I mean, it's time for them to end it because they've been warned now. First National Bank receives $35 million capital injection. No academic fee policy. 129,000 freshers apply for grants. Wow. That's a huge number. That's a huge number. And I believe it's going to even go higher and higher. 129,000 freshers. Wow. Sudan Traditional Council suspends Queen Mother over installation of chief. Hey, what's happening with this whole chieftaincy thing? Because we are also hearing about the chieftaincy brouhaha on the Ga seat, and it was taken to court where a court has ruled that the sitting Ga Manche is not the one to be the Ga Manche. We are praying that this is resolved well, because this is not something that we can just overlook. No, it's not. I mean, growing up, we kept hearing of these things, and we thought that there was an end to it, but it looks like it's not. And so we are just, we in Accra, we pray for peace. We pray that, they'll be able to end it or solve it or talk about it, to have a good understanding, because this is not right. Trust me. I don't know if you've heard about it, but this is something else. Anyway, the next newspaper is the Ghanaian Publisher newspaper. The Ghanaian Publisher, Mohammed's Galamsey work, a facade, says GAF F. Early knockout, NPP MPs back Bawumia. All right, and we'll be talking about this also during the News Flash segment. Why are we talking about this? Because in the camp of Kennedy Japan, they say 60 MPs are supporting 60 MPs are supporting Kennedy Agyapong. In the camp of Dr. Mahmood Bawumia, they say 60 MPs are supporting Dr. Bawumia. But how many MPs does the NPP have as of now? Is a question, isn't it? So who are those supporting Dr. Bawumia and who are those supporting Kennedy Agyapong? And not just that, there will be others who will be unveiling their, how do I call it? Their flag bearer dream. Yeah. And so who will be supporting them? Will they also have some MP support to them? Or probably their grassroots? Who knows? Well, we'll be talking about that too. G-Tech queries a Futu NDC PC over doctor title. And this is interesting, isn't it? So there's another doctor title popping up. G-Tech is not too happy with the way people are using the doctor title. G-Tech is not. So why do people actually take this doctor title when they know they've not earned it? What do you get from it? What do you get from living a fake life? What are you looking for? If you want it, go to school and get it, acquire it. I mean, it's not like you can't. If you really want it that bad, just go to school. You can acquire it. But if you don't go to school and then you are just doing what you want to do, put it on yourself, well, every day for the thief, one day for the master. Ablekuma North, rerun last option, says the EC. And that's it for the Guardian publisher. Let me see if there's more here. Hey, I've seen that the GJ, now the advertising, Rebecca Ekwe, wow, that's nice. Okay, so it looks like now if you really want to get a position somewhere, you might have to take it to the next level. The Daily Analyst is the next newspaper. NSA Staff Union hails suspension of Central Management System. Aidoo youth voice outrage over lavish trip by traditional leaders. Government to review decentralization, SHS food supply. Yesterday, this was trending. Maybe I should see if I'll find a bit of that story in here. It was trending because some people said that the government has backtracked on their promise, and the government is saying they have to because there's a good reason for it, and that is to do with the quantity of food that's being served to the young ones and the quality as well. Where is the story? Okay, so they are saying government to review decentralization, but I'm not finding a story in here. I need to try and find a story. All right, because I want everybody to know about that story very well. Okay, so I'm seeing some stories here, but it doesn't seem like this one made it in here. Oh, wow. So why is it on the front page if it's not here? Okay, I'm trying to see if I don't find it, then it means that some of the things, they just put it on the front page and they leave it. Wow. It's not here. Anyway, I tried my best for you. GJ elections, Jubufor gets massive support in Ashanti region. Over 60 NPP MPs publicly endorse Dr. Bawumia. So this is going to be one of our topics this morning. I did mention to you, and it says that in a significant show of support, more than 60 members of parliament from the NPP have publicly endorsed former Vice President Dr. Mahmood Bawumia's bid to become the party's presidential candidate for the 2028 general election. The endorsement comes as the NPP prepares for its presidential primaries slated for January 31st, 2026. A delegation of NPP MPs paid a courtesy call on Dr. Bawumia to pledge their support formally. The group claims that over 2/3 of the NPP's 88 parliamentarians are backing his candidacy. Okay. Now, we are hearing same. So now you know the number in parliament, the number of MPs that the NPP have in parliament, 88. So do the math. Kennedy Agyapong's team says 60. Dr. Bawumia's team says 60. That makes 120. Okay? They have 88. So 120 minus 88, I'm going to do it here. And we are going to see if there are some ghost names popping up here. And where do we find the ghost names? Whose camp has the ghost names? So 60 plus 60, 120 minus 88. So there are 32 ghost names. Who are the 32 people? And where are they coming from? Or some of them are playing double game. So they go here small, then they go here small, those 32 people. They go here small, then they go here small. Well, anyway, for us, we are here to bring you all the information with regards to what is happening. And so in January, the NPP will have a new flag bearer. As to whether Dr. Bawumia will remain the flag bearer of the NPP, we don't know. As to whether it will be Kennedy Ejapon, we don't know. Now, Dr. Aidoo has also declared his interest to become the flag bearer of the NPP, and he did address the nation with regards to that, telling us his interest and why he wants to become the next flag bearer of the NPP. We are waiting for other names to pop up. You know, some people say Dr. Champon is also interested in it. Well, we are waiting to hear from him. His camp to maybe officially make a statement to let us know that he's going to go for the crown. And we are hearing, I think, this man, Japan. Japan too, some people say he's interested, he might be running. Well, we are waiting for him to come out officially to let us know if he's also going to run or not. But then you join us on Zoom and you let us know who you think could be the next flag bearer of the NPP. It's quite an interesting one. I think one person that I want to see on the campaign grounds is Chairman Wontumi. I say this because when he had an issue and he was behind bars, there was only one person that bailed him out. Two tried, but they failed. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tried, failed. Kennedy Ejapon tried, failed. But Dr. Champon tried and succeeded. Will he rally his support behind him, or he's going to go for somebody else? We'll get to know when the time is right. But you're still watching Prime Morning. And we also want to take a look at the fuel prices that are dropping. Now it's become very, very competitive. The OMCs are competing each other. I think I would have loved to have, the Ghana-owned one, like Goil, saying that I'm also dropping my prices like that, because we are seeing more of the private entities dropping it as low as 10 Ghana cedis, 79 pesos. And as this is happening, we know that as of now, the world market too, the oil price is a bit okay. However, let's not forget that there's the Iran-Israel war that is booming somewhere. Will it make the oil prices on the world market go up? That will affect us eventually, or we will have our fundamentals set right and it will not affect us. We'll get to know. And so today we'll be speaking with Comac, the head of Comac, and they have stated that despite the Iran-Israel conflict, fuel prices in Ghana remain stable, but with rising global tension and market volatility, it's crucial to explore how the global crisis like the Iran-Israel war actually impacts our pump prices and how consumers can stay ahead. The war is there. It's getting scarier and scarier by the day, whether you like it or not. It's getting scarier, So we heard about the Russia-Ukraine war. It affected the world a bit. Now the Iran-Israel war, boom. It's not dying down anytime soon. That's the sad reality. It's not dying down anytime soon. So what's going to happen? Then also, Comac has reassured stability, what it really means to us, how long it will last, and what factors could change that. What Ghana can learn about energy resilience and strategy in a world of unpredictable geopolitics. And so when we get to that conversation, we'll get to ask all the questions and get all the needed answers, because as it stands now, we want to know what we can do to sustain the prices of fuel. And like I said to you earlier, some OMCs have really dropped their prices. I mean, we are looking at OMC like, okay, so let me get some of them that have dropped their price. I'm not advertising for them though. I'm not advertising for them, but I'm trying to get, okay, so before then, you can also join us on WhatsApp by sending your messages to us on 055-157-5757, 055-157-5757. Be a part of our conversation. We are going to go on Zoom pretty shortly, ask all the needed questions when the Comac CEO joins us for us to get to know what we can do about it. So, one second, I'm trying to get some information and I'll give it to you. Okay, so we are going to be joined on Zoom by the CEO of Comac, and Riverson Opong is joining us on Zoom this morning for the conversation. Good morning, Riverson.
Good morning.
How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm doing good.
Now, Ghanaians are a bit happy and not too happy. You know, we are in that knee-jerk position. You don't know whether to be too excited because fuel prices are dropping, or you should be on the edge because there is a Russia-Ukraine war there, and now there is Iran-Israel war, which is looming. You know, and people are scared. People are saying, listen, if I reduce my prices right now, the Iran-Israel war could affect oil prices and we'll see fuel prices skyrocketing again. So as it stands now, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. We do have another war that is also going to indeed increase fuel prices. Already, you've realized that the international benchmark prices are going up. That is to talk about Platts and then also what do you call it? The Brent prices. Okay. That being said, like I always educate the public, when fuel prices hit like that, whether it go down or go up in the international benchmark prices level, it takes time to be reflective in our regime. And that's the more reason why I heard you praising some OMCs dropping prices, as was predicted, with a negative drop, especially after the reconsideration of the 1 cedi level. But from the next window, obviously, that's where your worry is. Obviously, you're going to have the effects, the ripple effects on the pump price. What we are doing with Seaboard and other stakeholders is to make sure that at least this for this window, we don't get the effect on the pump prices as you can see. And it's the same way when international prices go down. All right, you should not expect things to go down immediately in the country. Things started going up last week Friday, but we went down this week, which is very ironic, right? However, we've seen the Platts moving up by 17% just within 6 days, by 17%, and then absolutely going to pass it on probably in the next window.
Right. So talking about that, people actually want to know how we can be able to sustain this, looking at the Iran-Israel war that's looming around the corner.
Yeah, I think we are all praying that this war would, calm down within a couple of days. We need to really hope and pray that things calm down. Other than that, this is going to be one of the longest war ever in history, because Israel and Iran have been longing to fight have been longing to go in war since 1949, and this is the best time that they could have it when things are calm. You know, so if this does not help, probably the international geopolitical regime need to step in. I'm happy to hear that the Middle East belt are promising to step in to increase production. I've listened to OPEC, and I'm quite excited because you see, when things happen like this, it's unfortunate to talk like this, but I understand the geopolitics of the oil and gas industry very well. And there is very little any government in Africa can do to curb the impact. Okay, there's very little that you can do, especially in Ghana, a case where the market is very highly or standardizedly deregulated. Okay, so what the government can do probably is to say that I'm taking away my taxes. I'm giving you a tax holiday when the prices go up. But we've never seen that. Even when fuel price at 17, we didn't see the government come down. So I don't know what they are thinking of doing. However, this is the reason why for security reasons, this is the reason why we preach that there should be a local oil refinery that is strong, that's supported, backed by government, because it is one of the ways that you will be able to have your stocks managed. You could also even manage your pricing when everything, in terms of your operational costs are locally regulated, you see. So that's one of the things that we want to talk about. And I also want to talk about national security purposes and then look at how the government can restructure the reserve when it comes to national security issues. So I know that the minister has called for a meeting on Tuesday. We're going to discuss this very topic. It's very critical. And also make forex available. Fantastic job with the forex today, with the gold backing it, and that's powerful. We just need to keep it up and make sure that there's forex available to purchase it. Otherwise, there's also going to be another risk when it comes to forex. The government needs money. However, there are some commodities like MGO that are not taxed instead. So we have written a letter to the Ministry of Energy and Finance to reconsider taxing it for the government to get the money that it wants. At the same time, selling the product that's in high demand.
Right. So you mentioned forex. So is there assurance then that if our forex is good, like our CD strengthens so much, and there's still the Iran and Israel war that will be looming, there's a high possibility that our fuel price could remain the same or even could go down?
We are enjoying the current downward movements for this window because of the CD. However, we saw that the plat was going up by, I think, 3 to 5%, but the CD was very strong and was able to fight it. But for the CD to fight a 17% increase in plat, it means that the CD should be doing somewhere around $7 to $1.
The city should be doing somewhere $7 to $1. Wow.
Yeah.
Will we ever get there, though? So that tells us that it might not really be sustainable as we are hoping it should be, right?
Sustainability today is very, I would say, it's still very relative. Depending on where we're looking at from. Plat price is an SREF point in the price build-up. Okay, and like I said, this war can end tomorrow. And for the same reason why last week on Tuesday, when I was asked about predicting how the price will be this week, I was like, it's too early. Let's wait till Friday. And Friday, lo and behold, we saw that happening. The oil and gas industry is very dynamic, and that's why I always talk to governments and politicians not to make promises with it. It can disgrace you. It can make you, also very popular, in a good way or in a bad way. Let me say it that way. So let's have our fingers crossed to have a good outlook for the next window. But as things stands now, as in today, where BDCs will be having fuel being discharged from next week within the pricing window at which we are now, obviously the SREF labor will surely change in the price build-up. So we should expect an increase. And as the SREF or as the CD, as the CD has plateaued or has stabilized, I'm pretty sure that the international price lever will adjust the pump price upwards.
But are the OMCs and regulators prepared for any, price hike just in case it should happen?
So whether or not we are prepared for a price hike, one thing that the public need to understand is whatever the price is, that's what the price is going to buy at. Obviously, demand might go down for some time because people will not be able to afford. Let me also mention that we don't really expect that hike that we saw in the Russian-Ukraine war now, because the Russian-Ukraine war took the Brent to somewhere even around $120 per barrel. And here we are around 75. So we are not really there yet. Let's not cause that panic in the system for people to be afraid of what is going to be ahead of us. And like I said, things might even change tomorrow. And you and I cannot even predict it.
Right. The One Ghana levy, the energy sector levy, where Ghanaians are currently telling the government not to implement it, is on suspension. Now, if this should be implemented, how will it affect us?
So if you saw our initial outlook that came out on Friday, the pump prices were supposed to be adjusted upwards by 9.5%. So already the 1 cedi was taking effect. And also, adjusting the pump price upwards, like I said, by 9.5%. And the same evening, I received a call from the government stating that they are engaging to look at how they could suspend it to maintain the price for two reasons. The reasons being that we saw the effects, and also the war that we have in Israel, between Israel and Iran. So obviously they knew the impact that this would have brought, and the reason why it was suspended. But I don't know when the government would like to bring it back.
All right. Thank you so much, Riverson. We are grateful for your time this morning. We'll try and see if we can get you at the right time again and speak about it, maybe somewhere next week.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. All right, so we are still speaking of fuel prices. Currently, the OMCs are out there and it's become a competition. Who is selling their fuel at a cheaper price? Some people were saying that they were hoping to hear the bigger OMCs also in that competition race. However, we are hearing of probably the smaller ones who are, going for cheaper price. Some are selling as low as 10 cedi 70 pesos, 10 cedi 99 pesos, 10 cedi... so far, I think the lowest is 10.79. That's what it's going for. But then when we look at the city, the strength of the city, maybe that's where the backing is coming from. We know about the Iran-Israel war, which is looming around the corner, and we are hoping that it will not affect the fuel prices. However, if our fundamentals are strong, then definitely we will not be affected like what Riverson just told us. If you just joined us, this is Prime Morning, and this is the News Flash segment, which is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone, prepare for you, whatever gadgets you are looking for, whether mobile phones, televisions, and CCTV cameras. You can go ahead and purchase them. You can make your purchase either going to any of the shops, or to make things very simple, just download the app on your phone, which is the Franco Trading app, okay? Franco Trading app. Now, you can join us on Zoom this morning and let's have a wholesome conversation. The Zoom ID is on there, so join us. Good morning, Master Planner.
Good morning, Hajia Rosalie.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. How do we say alhamdulillah?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I'm doing well too.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We thank Allah for that.
Great, talk to us.
Let me say a special good morning to your production team, and then to you yourself, and then all the Joy Prime workers, and then all NPP members, especially our dynamic and strategic General Secretary, Lawyer Justin Kudia from Phone. Yes, we are going to maintain him. He's really doing a fantastic job. He has good plans for the party.
Are you a delegate?
Towards our agenda.
Are you a delegate?
Sorry?
Are you a delegate?
Yes, I'm a delegate.
Fantastic.
I'm a delegate.
Fantastic.
And most importantly, I think I have to break this news to you. I will be also contesting for the youth organizer.
Oh, wow.
In Kentapono constituency. Yeah.
That's good. We wish you the best.
So I'm on ground putting one or two things in order. I know officially I will announce it to the public, but this is just a tip. And then let me say a good morning to Dr. Kinsley Ajimai, MP for Abuja South. He's also doing a fantastic job. Now, Rosalind, fast forward to the question you asked about the sister MPs supporting Canada, Japan, and then sister MPs supporting Dr. Bawumia. It's quite funny. We have 88 MPs, and then Honorable Canada, Japan is saying sister MPs have endorsed him. Sister MPs are also saying they endorse Dr. Bawumia. This tells us that the early presidential congress really matters. If you are saying you have sister MPs backing you, and this one is also saying we have sister MPs, then let's go for a congress early and we see who really has the sister MPs. If you remember quite recently, candidate A was saying that, oh, candidate B supporters have defected to my side. They are now joining my camp. If that's true, then let's go for early Congress and we'll see.
What side are you on, Master Planner?
Oh, you want to push me to the wall this morning. I'm for Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia, no doubt about that.
Okay.
Yes, I can say that confidently.
So you are saying that Dr. Bawumia has the 60, but not Kennedy Japan. Is that what you're saying? We
saw the videos yesterday. This one is not Map saying. The video evidence is there. I saw Honorable Ajay Mensah and other MPs. You can see their faces. So this one is not you just come and sit on TV or radio and then just say, I have 60 MPs backing me. No. This one, video evidence is there. And then one thing I want to end is that the fact of the matter is that the foundation of MPP is not the polling station or constituency executive or regional executive or national executive. So therefore, people think we are missing the foundation and want to start from the roof. The foundation is the presidential candidates. In 2015, MPP suspended our general secretary and chairman, but still, we had our foundation, which is the flag bearer or the presidential candidate. So the party was able to run effectively.
Master Planner, 30 seconds more, please.
Okay, so I want to urge MPP supporters, we shouldn't allow NDC to come and deceive us and we are missing the foundation. We have to start from the bottom with the polling station. No. If you want to get new results, you have to do new things. Every parties go for 8 years. But this time around, we want to stop the NDC at 4 years. So we have to introduce new things. That is starting from the top. Let's elect our presidential candidate first so that all the tension will be what? Minimized. We can settle easier. And then the presidential candidate, those who support him, are likely to also win the national constituency and then polling station so that they will know that this is my candidate.
All right, Master Planner, thank you so much. And that's Master Planner, who just made us aware of who he's going for. He says he's going for Dr. Bawumia. Now, yesterday, we hear that over 60 MPs, I'm saying we hear because we couldn't count the numbers, okay? But they say they are 60, and so we'll go by their words. Over 60 MPs visited Dr. Bawumia to reassure him of their support for him as he is vying for the flag bearer of the NPP. Want to take a look at this report, and when we come back, we talk more about it.
Dozens of NPP MPs throng the campaign office of the party's 2024 flag bearer, Mahamudu Bawumia, to show their support for him. They held a closed-door meeting which lasted for about an hour. Now, after the meeting, the former vice president told us that he was happy with what was discussed.
I've had a visit from our members of parliament. I think that it was a very happy visit. It was a courtesy call, and it's a call to declare support for me. And I am so happy in terms of the group that have declared support for me from Parliament.
Some members of Parliament who were here also shared with us that they are confident that Mahamudu Bawumia is the right person to lead the party to victory in the 2028 elections.
Going to be a big advantage if MPP presents Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who has appeared on the ballot before, who has been our candidate in 2024, and that would be the obvious choice for Ghana.
Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia's team and his camp are ready to battle any aspirant, whether it is in January, whether it is in June, whether it is, in fact, if they want, even tomorrow.
Several party supporters came to this premises, that is the campaign office of Mahamudu Bawumia, including former Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu and other bigwigs of the party, all in unison saying that Mahamudu Bawumia is the right person to lead the party to victory come 2028. From the Bawumia campaign office in Accra, my name is Kenneth Jesse. For Joy News, dozens of NPP
and that's
MPs.
from the Bawumia office in Accra, and of course, trust us to bring you all the news. Now, talking about that, over 60 MPs are supporting him in his bid to become the next flag bearer or to retain the title as a flag bearer for the NPP. Honorable Michael Aidoo will be joining us pretty shortly to tell us more about it and why they have decided to support him as a candidate and no other. Now, there are other persons who will be on the ballot paper. We've heard from the former Education Minister, Dr. Aidoo, who has also told us that he's interested in becoming the flag bearer of the NPP. Not just him, we are hearing that Dr. Brian Champon will also be talking about his interest of becoming the flag bearer of the NPP, and maybe Kwabena Agyapong will also be joining the race. We are hearing their names, but they haven't made any official statement yet. So far, we have 3 persons who have made official statements, and 2 camps says that they have 60 MPs supporting them. Now, who has the 60 and who doesn't have that 60? Good morning, Honorable Michael Aidoo. Hello, Honorable. Good morning.
Good morning, Rosalie.
How are you today?
I'm very good, and yourself?
I'm doing well. And yesterday, over 60 MPs visited Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Now, people are contesting the numbers. Is it 60? Is it 65? Is it 70? Because all we are hearing is over 60. What were the numbers?
Rosalie, so what happened yesterday was that a group of MPs who believe in the conviction of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia decided to visit him in his office. So we moved from the President of Parliament and from our various homes and went to visit him in his office to have a conversation with him, to assure him of our support. And the meeting was actually supposed to start at 11:30, but I think Dr. Bawumia got there earlier, around 11 o'clock, and a lot of the MPs are already present. So the initial videos that you saw were the videos from the early meeting. Some of us got there late. So it wasn't captured. But by the time I was leaving, the numbers were about 60. That aside, it is not even about the numbers that were there, but the numbers, the members of Parliament who have assured the former Vice President that they are going to support him. The numbers are actually above the 60. the numbers are actually above the 60, but for some obvious reasons, it's not everybody who will be able to come out openly. But as it stands now, there are about 60 of us who are able to come out openly. Remember that in Parliament, we have our colleagues who are also contesting us for the flag bearer positions. We have Honorable Bradley Champon, whose name has come out. We have Dr. Aidoo, whose name has also come out. So for obvious reasons, people may have friends within Parliament and wouldn't want to offend them. So based on that, they wouldn't want to come out. And also, we have the leadership in Parliament who wouldn't want to show where they stand, because they have to remain neutral so that there will be cohesion and there will be peace and unity, to show unity in the chamber. So leadership has obviously stayed out of all these processes. But as it stands now, we believe that even the numbers are above 60 based on conversations that we've had. And I personally feel there's nothing wrong. I feel it's going to be a contest which the National Council has indicated that possibly by January we will be having. So the race starts now. And if you believe in a candidacy, that the person is the right person to continue, then the right thing to do is to show your support now, so that we can all work together to bring that candidate to become the next flag bearer.
Right. So what makes you rally behind Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, whereas you have your colleagues in there who also want to run that competition or that seat?
So, Rosalind, MPP has very fine men, fine gentlemen. If you look at the likes of Dr. Aidoo, Mr. Brian Champon, Mr. Kennedy Japan, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, quite interestingly, all of them have been in Parliament before, and some are still in Parliament, with the exception of Dr. Bawumia. We also have other candidates like that. You've heard their names. They are yet to confirm, but I'm hearing our former General Secretary, Mr. Kennedy Japan's name. I'm hearing Mr. Ajakun's name and other names. So I'm sure the numbers may even rise. But a lot of us have the conviction that we do not bring the chips down. We build a building to a particular point, and we need to continue. We took Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia into the election, which secured him the 41%, he secured the party the 41%. And what we have to do is we've marketed him to a point, and we need to build upon what we have done. If you looked at election history in this country, almost every president that comes as a first-timer gets below the 50+1 average. And mostly, second time or third time, they're able to secure. If you look at the current president, President John Mahama, he was a vice president and became a president after the passing of President Ivan Satamels. He spent his first term and lost the election. But after he lost the election and went into opposition, he tried again for 2 times, which was in 2020 and 2024, and won the 2024 one. That was his comeback. So after 2016, he lost, 2020, he lost, and then won the 2024 election. So that tells you that if you put in a consistent marketing strategy, it's easier than restarting the whole wheel afresh. And also, if you look at all the candidates, I feel Dr. Bawumia embodies the traditions of the party and stands tall amongst all the candidates based on his tested character, his tested demeanor, his tested political, policies and so on. Some of the candidates, like Dr. Aidoo, for instance, I've listened to him on issues on education, but then I'm yet to hear him on other issues other policies that will impact the country. I've listened to Honorable Kenneth Japon also. He's giving some brilliant ideas. But then when you put it in totality, I feel Dr. Bawumia's policies that he's brought forth, even the one that we used in campaigning for the 2024 election, a lot of them stand out. And quite interestingly, like the gold purchase program that the current government is continuing, which has led to the establishment of the gold board and all this. These are impactful policies that are helping the country. The digital transformation, the introduction of the drones and so on. These are digital transformations which are impacting lives.
Michael,
and I believe
Michael,
that if you give the opportunity to such a man.
Yeah, some of your colleagues believe that, looking at the percentage that was pulled by the NPP as a sitting government in 2024, it's best you bring a new candidate because maybe Ghanaians felt they had experienced Dr. Bawumia as a vice president and felt he wasn't competent enough to lead the country. So why not bring a new face to present to Ghanaians? And maybe they'll give the NPP an opportunity.
Rosalind, the question I keep asking people is, if you bring a new candidate and the new candidate also fails to secure the 50+1 vote, what's next? So far, nobody has been able to answer me. What's next? Would you all continue to change candidates because they can't secure 50+1? Would that be your strategy? And even that aside... But
Michael, we are looking at the percentage that was gathered by the NPP.
People talk about...
As a sitting government...
People talk about the percentage. I'm coming.
Okay, yes, please, go ahead.
People talk about the percentage. In John Mahama's 2016 election, which he had been a sitting vice president and a president, the NPP won the election with about 1.6 million votes. And that was the first time in our history that any party had been able to secure a significant amount in an election. 1.6 million votes. When the NPP won with 1.6 million votes, people thought the NDC was going to be praised. The NDC was going into comatose and wouldn't even be able to come back. The NDC did not say John Mahama is a very bad candidate and that he has gone to lose an election and lost by 1.6 million. So John Mahama should be sent out for a new candidate to come. No, I never heard such a cry. So if in the near future, when the population has increased, if NPP goes into an election, after you've gone through economic turbulence, with a lot of anger in people, when people feel like NPP didn't treat them well, and you record a 2 million deficit, how do you blame one person for it? Okay. The best thing to do is to pull your pieces together and come back stronger. And that is what we are doing now. Okay. And we believe that at the end of the day, if we take Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, significantly, by the end of the 4-year tenure of the NDC and the things that we are seeing now, by the end of the 4-year tenure, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia would have been able to sell himself well, and then people will bounce back and take over the country.
Some people say that the Akans want to take back their party, that's the NPP party, hence they want an Akan person that is somebody from the Ashanti region to become the flag bearer of the NPP. The reason why most people in the Ashanti region didn't come out to vote for the NPP at that time was because you didn't have an Ashanti as a flag bearer.
Rosalind, in 2008 election, Nana Akufo-Addo was an Akan, but people didn't come out to vote. So we lost the election. And when we went on the round 2, that was when people were ready to come out and vote. You see, apathy in election is not because somebody is Akan or not. If anybody has monitored elections in Ghana, after your 8 years, the apathy is so high that people naturally wouldn't even want to associate themselves. And people wouldn't even want to come out to vote. As it stands now, NDC just came to power. Less than 7 months. They are half through their first year. And I can tell you that party has started brewing. You see people complaining that they can't get jobs and they can't, appointees are not picking their calls, the appointees are not accessible. And it is very normal that by your first year, you lose people second year. By fourth year, how much more? 8 years. How much more? 8 years. But consistency, in politics, consistency. If you want to come to power, if you want power and you mean power, you must be consistent. If you keep changing candidates, if you decide that you are going to change candidates every time you lose an election, then you might never come to power. So we believe that Dr. Bawumia is well marketed, very accepted. He had about 4 million votes, and 4 million is significant. As much as we didn't win the election, 4 million is significant.
Okay.
So we feel that we need to build on what we did so that we all come back to power together, rather than starting the wheel all over again. And that's something that I will plead. At this point, what we need is unity. It's not about accusations here and there. I've heard people say a lot of things. We are not in the place to come out and accuse this person or throw dust at anybody. I feel everybody should market who they believe in.
Okay. Now,
talk about who you believe in, so that at the end of the day, we will not, whoever wins the flag bearer elections, we all come together to support that individual.
Fantastic. Now, during 2024 elections, we'll say that religion played a vital role. Spirituality played a vital role. Prophets were prophesying about who the next president of Ghana was going to be. Some prophecies came to pass, others didn't. One person that was bent on what he said and said he was putting down his name and making sure that what prophecy he had prophesied was going to come to pass was Prophet El Bernard. Now, with his prophecy, we saw John Dramani Mahama become the president of Ghana. He has come out again to say that Kennedy Japan is the next flag bearer of the NPP. Now, for you, Michael Aidoo, and those of you supporting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, do you think that his prophecy will not come to pass? Or you think that it will come to pass, however, you still want to follow Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia?
Rosalind, in the last election, El Bernard was not the only prophet, respectfully, who prophesied about the election. I've heard a lot of prophets who also prophesied about the election. And some even went ahead after prophesying that John Dramani Mahama was going to win the election. Went ahead to see, yesterday I watched the video where one prophet mentioned that Dr. Bawumia was going to lose that election, but was going to become president later on, and that the subsequent election he was going to win. So there are other prophecies. At the end of the day, I do not fellowship with El Bernard. I am not his congregant, and there are various prophets. At the end of the day, how do you even decipher? And I do not subscribe to the fact that we are going into an election and we have to base our choices on prophecies. At the end of the day, is it the prophetic word that will determine who becomes leadership? Are we acting God? At the end of the day, the prophet may say that, well, it's a message from God. But you and I, how do you verify that message? How do we verify that message, respectfully?
If you say, how do we verify that message? Michael,
I have come to believe.
Michael, I just want to know. I just want to know that. I have come
to believe as a Christian.
Okay.
I have come to believe as a Christian that if God wants to do anything with you, it doesn't matter what anybody will say. You pray to your God and God accepts your prayers. Today, a prophet may prophesy for somebody. Tomorrow, God may say, okay, I don't want that person. I want somebody else. You understand? So it doesn't boil down to what a prophet says. The prophets may say what they have seen. I wasn't with them when God gave them the person that prophecy. By the time the election even starts, other prophets may also come out to prophesy differently. Right. So I don't want us to base our politics on prophecies. That will not do us any good, because what will happen is very soon prophets will now determine who leads us.
Okay.
And prophets will start telling us, even if we know strongly that somebody has the good mandate, the goodwill, the good intentions, all the good policies to steer and help this country, the charisma, the attitude, the mental fortitude, we will then decide based on a prophet's convictions. And Ghana is a country where there is freedom of religion, there are different religions and so on. So what should other religions do? If we are going to base our elections based on prophecies, and at the end of the day, if the prophet had been able to tell me who the next president will be, then it will strongly convince me. But you don't give me a prophecy that ends with MPP.
He did tell us that John Dramani Mahama was going to become the next president of Ghana, and it happened.
And who will be the next president in 2028? That is not out.
Okay.
This is a prophecy that ends with MPP. And I will not subscribe to that. I am a Christian, I pray, and my strong conviction is to join Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and support him. And so is other people joining. We've seen MMDCs visit Honorable Kennedy Japan. I also know that these MMDCs have a scheduled meeting, the same MMDCs, with Mr. Brian Champon, which will be coming off over the weekend or so. I've seen other MPs like the likes of Honorable Charles Forson, Kweku Kwatin, Honorable Stephen Amwasteka, and so on. Honorable Dapa also joined Honorable Kennedy. In fact, they joined Honorable Kennedy Japan earlier and started moving around with him openly. Went out to speak for him openly. Nobody spoke about it. So why is it that today a lot of MPs with a conviction to support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia becomes problematic?
All right, Honorable Michael Aidoo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We wish you the very best, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalind. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Sure. All right, so that's Honorable Michael Aidoo, and he is rallying behind Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to become the next flag bearer or retain his seat as the flag bearer of the NPP. So we have Zoom activated as well. Jacob, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Please go ahead and make your point.
Really good. I don't understand you very well, but they said in you that I grow best if you're not. So the way MPP have just started, I think the contest will be interesting one to follow. And it's also expected that some of the things that are happening within the party is expected, especially at this point where they are looking for space going into the 2028 election. But the question is, why should we, the Ghanaians, be concerned about what happened in MPP? MPP currently is the largest opposition party. You can also attest to the fact that there could be the government in waiting. So anybody that they will choose within their internal contest to lead them as a flag bearer actually have a direct consequences on our economy and then the general well-being of our country. So we should be concerned about the kind of person they choose to lead us. If the delegates will make a good decision, they are making a good decision for the entire country, not just the MPP party.
Right. Because
any moment from the Obama administration, MPP stand a chance of coming back to run. So I will just urge them that they should take their time, go through the profile of all the candidates and choose the best one for us. We are just pleading with them. They should follow the flimsy promises that the people will be making to make a hasty decision that will in turn affect the country in future. We don't want any bad person, excuse my word, to represent us as a president of this country. So they should take their time. The delegates, they should take their time, pull themselves out of this noise, and then think and elect the particular candidate that has a quality to lead the country, but not just necessarily the one who's making the loudest noise. So I think that's what I have to say this morning. And as time goes by, we also share our opinion on who we think will be the best person to lead the NPP because it has an implication on us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Facob. Now, you at home can also join us on Zoom. I'll be reading messages pretty shortly, so if you don't want to join us on Zoom, you can still go ahead and send your messages to us, and I'll read all of them. But as it stands now, we know that 3 persons have declared their interest to become the flag bearer of the NPP. We are talking about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Kennedy Ejapon, and Dr. Aidoo. Now, we also hear that Dr. Brian Champon will be declaring his own as well, and maybe Kwabena Ejapon will also be declaring that he's also interested in becoming the next flag bearer of the NPP. But who becomes the next flag bearer of the NPP? They go to the polls in January, and so when they go to the polls, a decision will definitely be made. Now, they are in their camp. They make the decision. Will they retain Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as the flag bearer of the NPP, or they will make a change? We don't know yet. I'll start with Teacher Kujo Tepa in Swano. Over 60 NPP MPs have declared their support for Dr. Bawumia to become the flag bearer. That's a good sign. Dr. Bawumia is the only hope for Ghana today, with bold ideas to transform the country to compete with the rest of the world. Digitalization is the only way forward for our future. Manual labor is gradually fading away. Most factories use robots today, and only a few people work in factories. Most businesses are online today. Greetings to Justin Frimpong Kodria. All right. Let me see. I have Meshak Asante at Amasaman says the National Executives Committee of NPP has intentionally given upper hand to Dr. Bawumia over other candidates because the same party executives that voted 61.43% for Dr. Bawumia as flag bearer are the same party executives who are going to vote this time again due to their so-called top-down approach. And I don't know why NPP is worrying themselves about 2028 elections. They better stop contesting it and save the little money they have on them, because Ghanaians have rejected them both spiritually and physically due to poor governance they gave to Ghanaians during their term in office. Ghanaians are now happy and enjoying the good governance of President Mahama, so they should stop disturbing our ears with their internal election problems and allow us to enjoy good governance given to us by NDC administration. Gatsy Man Brekum says our aspirants should abide by the rules and regulations of the NEC and stop the complaints. They must tell us their vision and come out with proper campaign messages and stop the attacks. That's not campaign. It's too irritating. If they continue on that tangent, they will lose. Bassa bassa. Okay. Good morning, Roslyn. The NPP is a party with a rich history. It has set pace for a lot of other political parties, including the NDC. DMB is destined to lead our beloved country, and that shall definitely come to pass. The current president lost several elections before winning, just like all the presidents we've had in the Fourth Republic. DMB is just going through what's normal in the political landscape of Ghana and shall win at the appointed time. Jackman Evans Malando from Salaga. Good morning, Roslyn. Please, you can see this kind of disinformation of NPP papers had putting up all the time. Roslyn, you read a headline that doesn't have a story. Yesterday, another guy put up news that Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa increased passport fees from 500 Ghana cedis to 800 cedis. The guy's name is General Buhari. This guy put up the story on X. This guy needs to be arrested. As for NPP and their ghost names issue, you can talk about it. 2028, NPP will reduce more and more. Daniel from Ho. Lord TJ Kumasi. Good morning, Roslyn. It seems the NPP haven't learned anything from their last defeat. I would be surprised if their 88 in Parliament doesn't reduce in 2028. Hey, are you God? You never know. Maybe they will get more. Anyway, from Jalil in Sakogo of Nalurigu Gambaga constituency. Good morning, Joy Prime. I think Honorable Kennedy Japon's followers are not doing him any good service. they keep deceiving him about his chances and prospects in respect of January 2026 presidential primaries of the NPP. We have seen the over 60 MPs at Dr. Bawumia's campaign office on TV pledging and declaring their unflinching support for him. However, same hasn't seen anywhere on the part of Kennedy Japan. Notably, among the MPs that were seen are Honorable Mohammed Amin Adam, Honorable Kojo Ponkruma, Honorable Dominic Nitiwo, Honorable Sami Awuku, Honorable Dr. Tia Kaburu, and many others. Ken is disastrous to NPP currently. Are you MPP member? The message you have sent a message like you're an MPP member. Maybe you are. Maybe you are an MPP member. That's why you're saying this. Anyway, back to Zoom. So those of you joining us on Zoom, it's time for me to pick you. And if you still want to be a part of our Zoom conversation, it's not too late to be a part of it. So join us on Zoom right now for us to have a conversation. So good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Nalika. Is this Nalika?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Nalika.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well by God's grace. Talk to us.
Yes, I want to say good morning to my good people from Tripoli, and then my friends in Tamale, my family, everybody. And it's another Friday. We are here again. Today we have been on the queue for a very long time with other discussions on the platform, and then other experts, Mr. Opon, and then his analysis on the fuel price, and then the conflict in Israel and then Iran. And we are here again. Today we are looking at the MPP race. In fact, some of us are not MPP. We are just Ghanaians, and then we are here looking at a political party with a good policy. And looking at the way the MPP is going in with their support, especially the MPs who went to Parliament, the residents of Dr. Bawumia, to endorse him as the next flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Well, it's a good step ahead. We are happy that they are doing that because the NDC also did the same. They gave the Mahama 100% support in the 2024 their presidential, let's say, race. And we are happy. But there's one thing that I want to say to the MPP fraternity, that some of the issues that they are going around with can sometimes affect the party, let's say, internal bits, because looking at the MPs who went to his house to give their support, I love them. I saw what they were doing, but sometimes they should do it in a way that will not provoke the other candidates or those who are also having the mind of coming to contest Dr. Bawumia. But in the nutshell, in fact, the MPP, well, we hope to see. But for now, the NDC is having a goodwill. The prices of things are coming down. The CPD is performing well. For now, the NDC need to do a lot of, the MPP need to do a lot of homework. It's not just the candidates.
All right,
I think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia coming back again will be the best candidates for the MPP. But going forward, I think the MPP should do more internal issues. They should solve more internal issues before trying to put all their support on the...
Thank you, Nalika, for joining us. Christian, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
How are you?
I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing well by God's grace. I hope you're well too.
By God's grace.
Great. Talk to us.
Yes, I think MPP, as they have set a date for their flag bearership race, I think it is good. But I just want to use this platform to caution all candidates that they should know what will come from them, and then also their supporters. That is always a problem. The candidates themselves don't have a problem, but sometimes it's always the supporters behind them. So we use this opportunity to plead that we should calm down. After the end, we are all one party, and we have to come together and fight. And then the over 60 MPs that went to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia resident to endorse him, I think it's that is their right. Everybody has a right to support whoever they want to support. But we entreat them to do it with caution so that after the end of 31st January 2026, we all come back together to rescue Ghana from this government, what is happening, so that at least Ghana can get a headwind. So
all right,
thank you
Christian.
very much.
Christian, thank you so much. And thank you all that joined us. Unfortunately, this is all time will permit me to pick my Zoomers. For those of you still on Zoom, I'm sorry I can't go ahead and pick you, but let's try and join a bit early next week so we can have a good conversation. Thank you all so much. Thank you to our guests that joined us on Zoom as well, Riverson and Honorable Michael Aidoo. Thank you. We are grateful. And to those of you who also decided to send your messages to us, we are grateful. A big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. Now, I always say that if you're looking for authentic gadgets, just go to Franco Trading Enterprise. They have all of them. Mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras. They have everything you can think of, desktop fridges, deep freezers, everything, iron, everything. Just go to them and they'll serve you. You can download the app on your phone, which is the Franco Trading app, which makes things very simple. Or for further inquiries, you can visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still, phone Papa Pair fee on